As a child growing up in Pakistan, my mother greatly focused on quality education from good institutions for me. And this idea of quality is somewhat that has stuck with me throughout, not just in my growing years, but beyond as well. I was only 16 when my father passed away, and I quickly realized that, future isn't a world that you go to. It's a place that you create for yourself. I am Rabia Saleem. I am the Chief Operating Officer for Kumon in Pakistan. Professionally, I'm a qualified chartered accountant and a visiting faculty in the business school for LUMS. 6 years ago, my husband and I moved to Pakistan from the UK with our 1-year-old. And we quickly became very concerned parents listening to other parents around us, especially in the realm of education. The common thought process or the common concern coming out of from a lot of parents was the children tend to feel a lot of pressure from schools in not just their early years, but also throughout middle, senior, all the way to college. And that made me a very concerned parent. Such concerns led to my pursuit of bringing Kumon to Pakistan. Why Kumon? Or what is Kumon, that you may ask? Kumon is a very unique learning program. It is aimed at children ages 3 years and up, and I believe that the philosophy that Kumon tends to cater is very, very unique. The Kumon philosophy is very child-centric. The approach of the methodology focuses on each and every child, their learning abilities, their capacities, and their growth. Eventually, the children learn in a stress-free environment at their own pace. Kumon is for all abilities, all ages, all children. It's not just for struggling children on one end or very gifted children on the other. It's for the entire spectrum in between too. So if you feel that during COVID, your child missed out on the basic foundations of his education, Kumon is here to help you. If you feel that your child is exceptional and the school is not supporting him enough to give him the right challenge, Kumon is here for you. Unlike traditional schools, where I believe they're trying to focus on everything, Kumon is different because it only focuses on math and English, with the logical mind of the mathematical side and the qualitative aspects through the English learning. The children end up having long-lasting impacts on their not just school life, but life in general. From a very young age, we prepare children with the Kumon philosophy and the Kumon challenges. Kumon essentially is a worksheet-based program. The very simple design of the Kumon worksheets combined with the facilitation of the instructor help children learn for themselves. We will not hand out the answers straight away to the children, but it is encouraged that the children think for themselves, try to problem solve the questions, and develop critical thinking abilities, a trait they use not just in school, but throughout life. Sometimes it is very important for us to give our children the opportunity to do things for themselves. And once that ability or that instinct or that trait is developed from a very young age, it will help change the perspective of this entire nation, where we're trying to develop and grow and find solutions for our problems. From a very young age, we have that aspect, that capacity to really make a difference in the future, not just for ourselves, but for the nation as a whole. And why Kumon, you ask? Kumon has been globally present for the last 60 odd years. Pakistan now is the 60th country benefiting from the program. There are over 25,000 Kumon centers across the globe. Pakistan in Lahore has just one Kumon center. To give you a perspective, in the US, there are 1,000 Kumon centers. In our neighboring India, over 100 Kumon centers, and over 3.5 million children studying and benefiting from the Kumon methodology. I have seen my own nieces and nephews, my own children benefit from the program and see a remarkable difference in their learning capacities. So the Kumon methodology originates in Japan. It was started out of a love for a math teacher for his son, and he wanted to help him develop skills that will help him not just in school but beyond as well. And the idea that he really focused on was self-learning, because you learn the best if you do it yourself. I may teach you some aspects. There's a limit to what you can teach, but there's no limit to how much you can learn for yourself. And once we are able to inculcate that aspect in our children, there is no limit to how well they can perform and how far and beyond they can push themselves to make themselves better learners, better human beings, and more contributing elements to the society as well. Kumon has been operating in Lahore for almost a year now. We have over 100 children studying with the Kumon methodology, and the reviews from the parents are phenomenal. The children who are studying over and beyond their grade levels. I have a pre-K child who's doing grade 1 level work. I have a grade 3 child who's doing grade 5 or 6 grade level work. And they all enjoy this. They all find joy in this learning. And when they try and get to the answers themselves, the smiles that it creates on their minds is something that makes the parents proud, the children proud, and everybody else proud for themselves. And once they have this feeling that I can do this, something which was so hard just last week ago, but now I can do it, imagine having this feeling and this capacity for with your child for the rest of his life. Nothing will ever scare them. They would be ready for their future. So the Kumon Math and English program is available for all children ages 3 years and above, going up to high school, grade 10. The starting point, as we said, that Kumon is an ability-based program. So there is a meeting with the instructor where the child is assessed through a diagnostic test to discover their potential, to discover what the child can do. And our focus is always on what the child can do, and then step by step, we take that forward for the child. We have 3 months, 6 months, yearly plans for the development and the skill for the child, which are openly discussed with the parents. We are very transparent in our communications, and we're able to pinpoint exactly where the child is and how the Kumon program, through its various worksheets, help the child overcome those challenges. The design of the worksheets, combined with the instructors' facilitation, help the child grow in a wonderful, stress-free environment. The child grows at its own pace. And you should be able to see difference just within the first month of once your child enrolls themselves with Kumon. The longer that you stay with the program, the higher the benefits. Kumon eventually is a long-term learning program, and the longer you stick, the greater the benefits. If you're going to do one thing to invest in the future of your child, I would recommend do Kumon.